Hi everyone, Sheree here. Today I'm going to create a layout using a fun new digital kit by Kelly Banks Creative. This one is called Cozy Winter. So it's full of fun images that are all warm and cozy. Like there's a few things here that I've printed out, like this little cup of hot cocoa, piles of books, there's little piles of blankets, but there's also things like socks and beanies and sweaters and things like that as well. All those things you associate with a cozy winter. There's also things like these little flowers, some buttons as well. There's like a library card type thing that I've printed out as well. So what I did, I just went through the file and chose little bits and pieces that would suit my page today. So my photo is, I think this was actually Mother's Day morning, but it was just my kids on the end of the bed and we're all just hanging out together, and I just love mornings like that where we're just all there laughing, chatting and just spending some time together. It's like the best way to start the day. So I've also got the frame that was one of the elements in this digital kit. There's like a circle of stitching here as well, and as you can see I've printed out just 3 or 4 of the papers. There's a plain one here and 3 patterns that I thought I might play with today, but there are many more patterns in the kit. So what I'll do is I'll get rid of these things because I know that I'm not going to use these pieces, because I have already chosen pieces that I'm going to use and cut them to size as well. So I'll get those ones out of the way. Alright, so I do have my journaling already printed as well, and I've just printed that onto some plain white cardstock, cut it into a tag shape. So I plan on using that tucked in behind my photo. So what I might do is just push these things out of the way and I'll just go ahead and start sticking things down. So I've got this lovely orange pattern paper here. So I'm just grabbing my tape runner. Where are we? Here we go. So I'm just going to put this one straight down the middle of my page. So I'm just eyeballing it here. Hopefully that's roughly the center. I will use my T-square ruler though, just to double check that. Okay, so I've got just over 2 inches there. Yep, so that's about the center. So I can go ahead and stick that down. And I've got this pretty blue piece which I'm going to put across the bottom. So I'll try and center that as best I can as well. So now that those are stuck down, what I might do is add some stitching to this, and then I'm going to put this across the bottom like that. So I'll go and do that off camera and I'll come back. Alright, so the stitching is now done, and I've just gone around the edge of that orange paper. I've gone right across the middle of these hearts and right across the middle of that strip down the bottom. So I love the added texture that the stitching adds to the page. I've had a couple of people ask what sewing machine I use, and it's just an old Brother sewing machine that I've had for well over 10 years now. So it's nothing special, but it does the job, and I think it's definitely stitched more paper than fabric over the years because I do love to stitch on my pages. So I'm just going to rough these edges up a little bit just to give it a little bit more texture there. It's not quite as neat, so just like that. Okay, and we might do a little bit down the bottom as well. Just rough that up a little. Alright, so now I can go ahead and grab my photo. So I do have some double-sided tape on the back of this, just at the top and bottom. So I'm going to position my photo now. Okay, which is great. Now I'm going to put double-sided tape on the back, but I just want it down at the very outside of that because I want to be able to slip my tag in down behind. So I want to make sure I get this double-sided tape right on the outside edge of the frame. Okay, That should do it, and I might even put a strip across the bottom. Okay. Okay, so peel those bits off. Alright, so that can go about there. Okay, so I've got my tag here that's going to just slip in down behind there like so. But I want to add this ribbon. There's a little bit of felt ribbon. Now I've got a favourite new toy of mine, which is the slot hole punch, and this was just off of Amazon, but I love that it makes that little slot there, which is perfect for threading ribbon through. So if you just search for these on Amazon, you'll find it. It's just called a slot badge hole punch, I think. And now I'm just going to use my tiny attacher just to staple that into place. There we go. And now that can just tuck in down behind there. Alright, so I've got these other pieces here that I want to add on here as well. I did have this stitched piece, which I might even trim. How we're looking. I'll just tuck that under the edge there, edge of the frame. Catch it in there like that. Since it does have the double-sided tape down that edge. Now I've got this little pile of blankets which I thought was cute and cozy. So I do have some thin foam tape on the back of that. So pop that there. Now I am missing a piece. Here it is. A little cup of hot cocoa. So that's just going to go just sitting on the top of that little blanket pile there. I've got this snuggled up word which I think might just tuck in behind there a little. Just across the bottom of that frame. Right, so I've got my title. This is the alphabet that comes as part of the kit. So I've just printed out the letters that I needed. I've resized these letters to 1.5 inches tall, and I've got some foam squares on the back of each of these pieces. So I'll go and stick those down off camera because you don't want to watch me peeling all the little backing pieces off. So I'll be back in a moment. Okay, so those letters are now stuck down, so I've got some lovely dimension there with that foam, with the foam squares behind them. And I've also just grabbed some messy thread from my cotton reel, and I've just tucked that in behind there just for a little more texture there. So I've got this little piece here now that says all the feels, and I think I'm just going to put this here. I just printed that one out using my computer. So I printed that out. Oh, it's already got double-sided tape on the back. I just did that when I printed out my journaling. So that was nice and easy. So that's just going to go there. And I might even add a little bit of stitching to that one. And I think what I might do is add the date to the bottom of my journaling card here. So I'm just using my Felicity Jane roller date stamp here. So I'll just pop that one right down the bottom there. That's good. I can tuck that one back in behind. Alright. So I'll go and add a little bit of stitching across that piece at the bottom, and then this page is done. So you'll see that in the photos very shortly at the end. So give you a closer look there. And I'll pop a link down below to Kelly Banks Creative. Go and check out this kit. It is really beautiful for all of those winter photos that you would like to get down on paper. So thank you so much for joining me today. I'll be back again very soon with another project. Please let me know if you've got any questions. Just pop them in the comments down below and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. And I'll see you again soon. Bye for now.